A major road construction project in southern Illinois is set to begin later this year, bringing new safety upgrades to the Benton Town Square. Devin Kidd has more details.
Later this fall, traveling around the Benton Town Square is going to look very different as IDOT installs new crosswalks and traffic patterns that put efficiency and safety at top of mind. Every week, thousands of drivers come through the Benton Town Square.
Traffic is significant 5 days a week.
Franklin County Sheriff Kyle Bacon says the existing traffic circle around the courthouse is outdated and unsafe, especially for pedestrians.
A significant amount of people are in and out of the courthouse daily. Parking on the inside of the square is limited and always has been limited. So we think that when they build these, paint in the crosswalks that don't exist now and establish those safe crossing areas, that would improve pedestrian traffic and safety for pedestrians on the square.
IDOT District 9 engineer Ben Wills says updating the design and function of the current traffic circle is a no-brainer because of those safety concerns. But it's also going to limit confusion on stopping and yielding for drivers as they enter the square.
The local people know what they're doing when they come to the roundabout, and they live there, and that's fine. But there's a lot of non-local people that use the roundabout every day, and it's confusing. So a standard roundabout configuration is the best solution there.
Will says the project will not affect parking or the local businesses.
They're not going to lose any parking. It's going to add pedestrian access.
The new design and signage will help establish a clear right-of-way for drivers. Will says the entire project is expected to only take about 5 weeks.
There's a week closure, basically a week closure allowed for each leg, and there'll be a local detour route assigned at those.
The project is expected to start in late September of this year. In Franklin County, Devin Kidd, Heartland News.